Did you know that over 80% of consumers don't trust ads? That's a shocking number. In a world where people are bombarded with marketing messages every day, trust has become the ultimate currency. Gone are the days when flashy ads and catchy jingles could easily win hearts. Today, consumers are smarter and more skeptical than ever. But what does this mean for businesses trying to sell their products? How can you reach customers when they look right past traditional advertising? It's a tricky challenge, but there are answers. In this video, we'll dive into unique strategies that can help you connect with your audience in a genuine way. We'll explore the power of storytelling, the rise of peer-led marketing, and how building experiences can make a lasting impact. You'll learn about the psychology of trust and why consumers are drawn to brands that stand for something. Join us as we uncover how to thrive in a market where trust is hard to come by. If you're ready to rethink your marketing game and discover fresh approaches that resonate with today's consumers, stay tuned. Your sales might just depend on it. Chapter 1: The Trust Crisis. Why ads fail to convert in today's world. Consumers have become skeptical of ads. A study by Nielsen found that only 33% of consumers trust traditional ads. This is a huge drop from past decades, where TV and print ads were the go-to for brands. The rise of social media and online platforms has made people more aware of advertising tactics, and it's not working in brands' favor. One of the biggest reasons ads fail now is due to ad fatigue. You know the feeling, you see the same ads over and over, and they lose their impact. In fact, 74% of people say they are tired of seeing repetitive ads. When people get bombarded with the same messaging, it becomes noise rather than inspiration. But it's not just about repetition. There's also the issue of privacy. With data breaches and companies collecting personal information, trust has taken a hit. 70% of people believe that ads are more invasive than before. Consumers feel like they're being watched, and that's not a good feeling. Trust is the currency of the modern world. As advertising legend David Ogilvy once said, "The consumer isn't a moron, she's your wife." People are smart, and they can see through gimmicks. That's why traditional ads aren't enough anymore. To sell, you have to be authentic, personal, and creative in ways that connect deeply with your audience. Chapter 2: Storytelling 2.0. Crafting stories. Not selling products. When people don't trust ads, they turn to stories. Stories have the power to create emotional connections. Think about Nike. They don't just sell shoes. They tell stories about perseverance, athletes overcoming odds, and people reaching their full potential. That's storytelling 2.0. It's not just about the product, it's about creating a narrative that people want to be a part of. Interestingly, 92% of consumers want brands to make ads feel more like a story. It's no longer about shouting your product's features from the rooftops. Instead, brands need to engage people emotionally. A good story doesn't just inform, it moves, inspires, and stays with people long after they've seen it. But there's an art to this. You can't force a story. It has to feel real. Take Airbnb, for example. Their "Made Possible by Hosts" campaign doesn't focus on the rooms or amenities. Instead, it shares real stories of travelers connecting with locals, forming friendships, and experiencing different cultures. This human touch makes the brand relatable. Another powerful example comes from Dove. Their "Real Beauty" campaign showcased real women instead of models. It resonated because it told the story of how society shapes our views of beauty, offering a positive and inspiring message. Dove wasn't selling soap, they were selling self-esteem. In today's market, the best way to sell is by making people feel something. When they care about your story, they'll care about your product too. Chapter 3: Influence without influencers. The rise of peer-led marketing. Influencer marketing has had its moment, but people are starting to lose trust in influencers. Only 23% of consumers trust content from influencers, according to a study by Edelman. This is because many influencers are seen as paid mouthpieces, and their endorsements often feel inauthentic. But there's a shift happening. People are going back to basics and trusting their friends and family for recommendations. In fact, 92% of consumers trust peer recommendations over any form of advertising. This has led to the rise of peer-led marketing. It's about tapping into communities, user-generated content, and authentic reviews. Brands like Glossier have mastered this. Glossier has built a community-driven brand, relying heavily on real customers to share their experiences online. By encouraging everyday people to share photos, reviews, and stories, Glossier lets the community do the talking. It's genuine, and it's working. Another example is Tesla. They've never spent money on traditional advertising. Instead, they rely on loyal customers to spread the word. This organic buzz has turned Tesla into a powerful brand without a single TV ad. When your customers are your advocates, you don't need to rely on influencers with questionable credibility. Word-of-mouth marketing is 10 times more effective than traditional advertising, according to research by McKinsey. People trust people. Brands can tap into this by creating shareable moments and encouraging genuine reviews. In a world where influencer trust is fading, peer-led marketing is the future. Brands should focus on building strong communities and empowering their customers to become ambassadors. If you're finding value in this video, consider subscribing for more insights like these. Chapter 4. Experiential Marketing. Let them feel before they buy. In a world where people don't trust ads, letting them experience your brand firsthand is a game changer. Experiential marketing is about creating moments where customers can engage directly with your brand, rather than passively watching or hearing about it. The idea is simple: if they can touch it, see it, or feel it, they're more likely to trust it. Take Red Bull, for example. They don't just sell energy drinks, they sell excitement and adrenaline. With their Stratos Jump, where a skydiver broke the sound barrier, Red Bull created an unforgettable experience. The brand was woven into the thrill of the event, not forced into a commercial. That's the power of experiential marketing. Research backs this up. 65% of consumers say that live events and experiences help them better understand a product. This is why brands are investing in pop-up shops, virtual reality experiences, and even in-person events to showcase their products in a way that ads simply can't. For example, IKEA created an immersive experience where customers could try out their furniture in a virtual reality showroom. This allowed people to see how their products would look and feel in their own homes without leaving the house. It's not about showing off the features, it's about letting customers live the experience. Even smaller brands are jumping on board. Lush Cosmetics, known for their fresh handmade beauty products, often hosts events where customers can create their own bath bombs in store. It's interactive, fun, and connects people with the brand beyond just buying a product. The key here is that people remember experiences, not ads. In fact, studies show that experiential marketing leads to a 70% higher retention rate than traditional advertising. When customers experience something real, it builds a deeper emotional connection that ads can't match. Chapter 5. The Psychology of Trust. Hacking the human mind. If people don't trust ads, how can you build trust? The answer lies in understanding human psychology. There are subtle but powerful ways to earn trust by tapping into how the brain works. One of these is the principle of social proof. When people see others using or endorsing a product, they're more likely to trust it. Ever wonder why websites show reviews or bestseller tags? That's social proof in action. 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. It's simple: people trust the opinions of others, especially when those opinions are authentic and relatable. Another psychological tactic is the scarcity effect. When people believe something is in limited supply, they're more likely to want it. Think about limited edition products or flash sales. Apple does this brilliantly with their product launches, often creating hype by limiting the availability of their new devices. People trust what's hard to get because it seems more valuable. Psychologist Robert Cialdini, in his book Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, explains how the reciprocity principle can build trust. When brands offer something of value, such as free trials, helpful content, or exclusive access, customers feel compelled to give something back, often in the form of loyalty or a purchase. It's a win-win strategy. Also, showing vulnerability can increase trust. When brands admit mistakes or show transparency, it humanizes them. Patagonia, for instance, encourages customers to repair their clothes rather than buy new ones, promoting sustainability over profits. This honesty builds a strong, trust-based relationship with consumers. In a world where people are wary of marketing tricks, understanding the psychology of trust gives brands a real advantage. People trust what feels genuine, scarce, or valuable, and by using these triggers, brands can foster long-term relationships. If you enjoyed these insights and want to keep up with fresh ideas in marketing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.